guys, how's it going? Mr. Extra here from Team Extra. Dueling Guard, look at these boxes. They actually just got some new ones in outside of these bleach boxes, but go check them out. Capital T, capital X at checkout together. Team Extra, get your fat discount today. Go. You look at that. Look at the quality. The quality's great. It's just amazing, guys. 10 out of 10. I would recommend it. You should run it. Alright, guys, how's it going? Who do we got here? We got Mr. Crippled YGO, right?
Hello.
All right, give him your little introduction, buddy, and then I'll give him mine. We'll go ahead and jump in the topic. We also got Mr. Lowe
Right.
here too.
How's it going?
So what's up, guys? Crippled YGO here, back with another video. Today I'm with the boys from Team Extra. We decided, well, they asked me if I wanted to get on their podcast, and I said, why not? So yeah, you guys already introduced myself. Well, yourself. I did mine. So you guys can fire up the questions.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into the first topic we were going to discuss about. Okay, so as you all know, Team Extra is North American based, U.S., right? And the first thing I wanted to go over, because, you know, this is our first time doing a podcast thing and a collaboration with another channel. Hence why we went for Crippled YGO, because I like helping other people grow. I mean, YouTube is a team player platform, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, the first thing I want to go over is the differences between how people do their builds and the tops and how they play and everything when it comes to like over here in the U.S. and then like where Crippled YGO is, which is over in the European area. So let's start discussing over that.
I'm actually in the same country that the Euros is gonna take place this month.
Let's go. Saves gas money.
Cool.
Alright.
Yeah.
So let's go to the thing what we were usually talking about. Let's talk Brandon, guys.
Oh God.
No. I know Lowe's got some interesting takes, and I know you too.
No, so what we were talking about off camera, of course, was people kind of getting off the puppet lock, which, like, I know you were saying on your end, you know, in Europe, they're kind of already off of it, whereas we're seeing a lot of players kind of taking the approach I've been taking, where like the puppet's still in there. You just, you know, if you don't see the combo easy, don't play into the combo. Like, it's too much resource to go for it out of your way, but hey, like, why shouldn't I do it? And that kind of made me think, like, you know, my question would be, like, how do you feel like your guys' metagame is more aggressive or more methodical? If that makes sense.
I feel like if I look at at my personal like knowledge from like the difference between you guys and like our regional and local scene, every time like I look at YouTube and I see a deck profile coming by from people in America, it's like you guys have 10 times more regionals than us every single month. And like it feels like that to me. Like if I wanna like in the Netherlands we have like probably like 4 or 5, maybe 6 or 7 regionals in one season.
Oh.
So like if we want to go to other regionals, we have to like travel to Belgium, travel to Germany, for example. So it's like I feel like you guys like over there, your decks change constantly.
Oh, they do. It's like very constantly.
Much. Our deck also changes constantly, but it feels for me like when someone goes X1 here for locals for a while, they just think like, okay, this works, so why should I change it? That's literally their mindset, and I feel like where you guys are, there's always something changing in your deck because it goes upwards. It never goes downwards, and it never goes stale. It keeps going upwards.
Right. We also have like a very competitive competitive mindset in the sense of like everybody wants to come up with that new silly tech card.
Yeah.
So we're just constantly changing things.
Yeah.
Now, I guess my question, when you say like you travel to, you know, Belgium and Germany for other regionals, how far, you know, how long of a, or, you know, I guess I would say time distance would be easier to gauge for Because I don't know the miles to kilometers offhand, unfortunately. But
Kilometers. It depends on in what city it is, and but like personally, not me because I have a dog, so I cannot go to a regional in
fair.
Germany, for example. But like I have a lot of friends that
Mhm.
that actually do, and they grind points and stuff like that for worlds, and yeah, they're on the grind. I don't know how they do it because like you need to find the time and the money, and like maybe a
Right.
rich father or a rich mother. I have no clue, but like they do it. They go
See,
every single weekend.
we personally, or like at least the team,
Mhm.
um, we don't usually travel further than about like 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
which is usually about what 150, 300 miles
About 300
ish.
at most, one way. We've done we'll travel like tri-state, so we'll do the neighboring states and everything usually. But that's because
Hmm.
I'm usually the driver, and I'm not trying to drive 4 hours one way. Granted, like
Yeah.
we cover a lot of regionals a year because, for example, like Louisville usually has two or three, right? That's two. We'll just
Hmm.
say three. I'm pretty sure it's three. And Lexington's gonna have two, so that's five. Columbus is 3 times a year. That's eight. Indy
That's
is
cool.
3 times a year. That's 11, just right there. And then if we
Yeah.
wanted to branch out more, like for example, me and Lo are supposed to be going to Nats in North
Yeah.
Carolina. If I'm not
So it's about
mistaken.
900 miles for us.
That's the farthest
It's about a
we're
9-hour drive.
ever gonna
Let me
travel unless we
let
start
me let
flying.
me convert it to kilometers. 900 miles to kilometers. Let's
Still,
see.
still quite a bit of
Dude,
distance.
that's a lot. It's like
Yeah.
1,500 kilometers.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a
So I
yeah.
mean, in
lot
my
of
case,
kilometers.
I'm already preparing, obviously, but I'll be taking like a week off work for it.
I'm
Yeah.
basically gonna have to make myself available for it, but I mean, we're gonna do it. The content's gonna be crazy at Nats. I've never done Nats, and none of us have. I mean, Lo
So my
has.
question,
Yeah.
and I guess, as now we're kind of talking about nationals, how big is a nationals for you guys usually? Like how many players are you looking at?
In the Netherlands, our nationals this year. Take a guess. How many players?
Less than a
Uh,
thousand.
Yes.
Oh god.
is it under 500?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh goodness.
I can tell you the exact number.
All right, yeah, let's hear
300.
it.
348.
Oh goodness. So we just played last week at a regional that
That's a
started with.
regional for you guys. I know.
We started with 208. Yeah, we played actually.
We played one.
I think it was like 2 months ago. We played at a regional with 600
It was
players.
649, and it was like Indy in January, and
I
Our
love that.
national will likely be something close to like could be 12, 1,300 players, maybe more.
I wish we had that there. I
I'm gonna
wish.
say
I swear.
2,000.
The one I played in the 2010 national. That was I think 1,400 players.
That's
Craziness.
sick. That's actually sick.
But yeah,
That's
it's just
actually yeah.
the
It creates a
difference.
long day though.
The
Oh
difference in
goodness, a
the
long day.
area, like between like over where he's at and our over where we're at, is very like it's a lot more vast than I thought it would be because like
I'm gonna
our
have my headset
places
off for
are
just a
so
second.
different. No, you're good.
Yeah.
But like for example, I mean I play Manadium, right? And I've seen some of the builds over like in the Europe area and everything, and it's always just so different. But this brings up the point where you made a point earlier where it's like someone can go X1 at locals and be like, I don't need to change anything about it.
Yep.
Compared
And
to
they bring it to a regional and they get totally clapped.
yeah, compared to like because like for example, the locals that my team goes to is the most competitive locals I've ever been at, where
Yeah.
people will come through and play all the time. Like for example, Chris LeBlanc, five-time YCS
Hmm.
champion, comes through there sometimes. Elijah Green, who literally just won the Louisville Regional and he's a YCS champion.
Hmm.
It's just a shop full of people who grind worlds. We have someone
We
named
got my plus
Justin
one.
from the yeah. I'm elaborating a little bit about how sweaty the shop is. Justin,
Yeah.
it's Justin's shop too, and Justin was what like second place at Worlds like
He
the
came in
previous year?
third at no. He came in third at there was a pretty recent YCS. Right before Mystic Mind got banned, he came in third there.
Yeah.
Pretty consistently day twos, YCSs, and so forth. He's I think 26th in the Worlds race.
There's a lot of people in the Worlds World Erase list is actually from that shop. It's
Like several. I think there's
like
8 or 9 people on that list that we play with at locals, basically.
Yeah, that's the reason why, like, for over here, going X1 at, like, the shop, for example, like, that example, means that you have to drastically change stuff because
Yeah.
super competitive, like you said.
Comparing that to locals that we have, our locals, we would be happy if we get 20 people.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, so on a Wednesday and a Friday, we usually have 20 or 30.
And we have, like, I would say at least 2/3 of them are rogue.
Oh, that
So
sounds
only the good players, quote unquote, including myself, are playing meta always.
Yeah, see, that's where we're kind of in an opposite environment.
I have
where
not touched the meta. I have not touched a non-meta deck since 2018.
I mean, so like at our locals, in a 5-round local, it's entirely possible for you to play, 2 cash decks, a sprite, a branded, and maybe a rogue deck, depending on how you're doing.
I would love that because that's the most realistic experience you can have.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
It's
But, like,
uncomfortably realistic. We'll just say that.
Like, dude, I faced, like, fucking Burning Abyss,
Oh, goodness.
Rescue Ace with no support yet.
Oh god.
So it's like floppy evenly matched, bye. That's it.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
evenly match or bust.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
In my last regional, or the last regional we played in, I had to play the new, the Wild Survivor version of the dinosaur deck. Talking about feeling bad about what I did to that guy. I opened game 2, Droll and Ash, and just shut everything down.
Yeah, but I still think that deck is just not good, even with post Wild
I don't think
Survivors.
it's great either.
Yeah, I'm not really impressed with it.
You cannot convince me.
It doesn't make Conductor any better, so
You're still relying on
You're
the
still
same
getting
stuff
Conductor.
from beforehand too. Like you still
Like,
rely on
bring back Misk to 3, and then we start talking again.
Oh, goodness.
I'm cool on that. If we're gonna do that, I want Called by the 3, but that's just
Call it 3.
Called by the 3.
I mean, with call by on 1 and 3 miscellaneous Saurus, that deck would actually be really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
We've said several times that they could just errata called by to be once per turn,
It'd be
take
so
it back
good.
to 3.
It'd be so good.
But the ban list.
Oh god.
Right.
Yeah, we can discuss this real quick. All right, so. I have a lot to say. I mean, I did a whole video on it, over it if I recall correctly. Actually, I don't think I did one on this current ban list or reaction to it, but I mean, we can talk about this now. Hitting expulsion.
I'm not happy.
Hitting expulsion was a waste of time. I mean, yeah, cool, but I mean,
true.
Insectifiers here.
Yeah, exactly. Makes no sense, but okay.
Putting a Rise Heart to 1 was cool, but the problem is they didn't limit birth.
They should have just killed it.
Mind Hacker being banished, not banished, but just banned, that needed to happen. And personally,
Agreed.
Now
you don't have to run the stupid fucking 2 elves anymore.
The
like
Link
2
one,
Zoomers.
Right.
the Link,
Or 3 Gigantics, or...
the Link 1 super heavy, hilarious. No idea.
Yeah,
what hilarious.
I'm still not sure how to feel about that, because, like, I get that, like, if you look at the OCG, it was obvious the decks were going to perform well, but, like, why kill them that fast?
Exactly, 3 weeks.
I mean,
3 weeks.
Yeah, I guess it was only 3 weeks, wasn't it?
All the time. That's all I do.
I had so much fun, actually. Like, I played that deck for 3 straight weeks, even took the full powered version to Nats. I got like 35th out of like 348 players.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Bro, it's so sad. It's so sad. I enjoy that deck. Like, kill Cyberstein. I don't give a
They did.
Yeah.
I don't care. Give me the Link 1. Give me, dude. Like, it's like,
Yeah, that seemed like a bit much.
I can see why, because you need to have 2 hand traps already if you're going against super heavy, because if they like Link 1, or like they just do like Link away the Soul Pierce and like effect, yeah, okay, sure, Ash, sure, effect Scarecrow, bring it back, make it another one.
You'd be surprised how
Okay, that is kind of dumb.
That leads me to that leads me to a question. So this is the kind of thing we would do over on our end. You guys see this kind of behavior, but like, you know, my initial side for Super Heavy until I found 5 Rainbow Magician was like I was literally siding Soul Piercer. I'd throw a single Soul Piercer into the deck, and then cross out Designator it.
Oh, that's funny.
It's actually hilarious.
That's actually funny. That's not even. Yeah, that's funny.
Alright, there's one other thing I want to talk about the ban list. Why the fuck are they putting Gamma to 1? Like, I mean, I get it, but I mean, you just made it unplayable.
There is that other one they're playing now, that negates a spell.
That's not worth.
Yeah, Epsilon or something. I think it's
Something like that, but the package
or
becomes 2
Delta.
of that one Gamma, and 1 Driver.
It's
Yeah, but
not
it's
worth it.
It's not good.
No, it's not good.
I mean, it's good against me, but
Look,
it's not good against the rest of the meta.
Gamma
Like,
and Shifter is great.
Like the thing is,
God, I hate
now they nerfed the shit out of Super Heavy exactly, and they nerfed Curly to like being a going second deck until they have the next set here.
Yeah.
It's like Joe is gonna probably just die in the format. It's probably just gonna go away.
It's all the way
So
out the door.
Gamma is only needed for Shifter, for example. But like most current decks right now, in my opinion, they can already play on the Shifter. Like Sprite can literally just poop on Shifter and just say, okay, I just go X Y Z's and that's it. I'm just gonna
That's
pass
interesting to hear because
and pass.
Shifter is very pivotal here. Like, it messes us up bad.
In the funny thing, by the way, in the
You know, like you say, right, it's like I was gonna say, you say about like Droll going away, it's like we still have like we have a ton of players, like competitive level players still playing Dragon Link over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Dragon Link is actually a good deck, and like
Oh yeah.
it got second place at the French Nationals last
did it?
weekend. Yes.
Yeah. One thing I
The
can
guy
say.
got clapped. The guy got clapped by Castira in the finals.
Oh, God.
So yeah.
Sounds about right.
One thing I
So
can
Castira, by the way, definitely needed those heavy hit like the slaps on the wrist, but no, the real threat is Pearly and Super Heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Let's see what has more tops, by the way.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. But
yeah.
What do I want to talk about here? Yeah, let's go back to let's circle back to Shifter real quick. So Shifter's so impactful over here. Like he was saying, it's stupid. But I agree that Sprite can play through Shifter to an extent because you can like gigantic out the stuff. You just have to have.
Yeah, you just go XYZs. You don't care about sprint. You're not gonna dump your angler when you're on the Shifter.
Yeah, that's the only.
You're not dumb.
Like for the deck that I play, which is Mana DM, I just have to have a good
Yeah, you
hand.
kind of need your grave. Yeah, you need your grave.
No. Here's the interesting thing. If I have Calarium, if I have an Orb and a Visis, I can do all my stuff still because Calarium will pull the orbs back from Banish too.
Yeah, but those are 3 cards that you just mentioned, so that's not realistic.
Yeah, I mean it
they're all
happens,
up,
but
so.
I get what you're saying too. He brings up a good point. Like it's gonna happen sometimes, but like how often you're gonna have all 3 in
pretty good
hand.
a hand to deal with it, but
Yeah.
they're all 3-ups, so I mean it's more possible.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about let's keep talking about Shifter.
Yeah.
Funny thing, in December of last year, I won a regional at my local store. When 6-0, and we were in tier format, if you guys remember, because that's last December, and I played Sprite. But the reason why I went 6-0 is because I main decked Shifter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah, and I main decked 1 Change of Heart. And in the final round, I shifted my opponent, he went Baguska, and I drew Change of Heart for turn, and I just OTK'd him.
Yep, that's
God, I hate that thing.
That sounds
Like, that's the thing about Sprite. Sprite doesn't really care if they get shifted, because we still had Elf back then. I'm not going to use my Elf, because there's nothing for me to get back out of my grave, because everything is banished. So I just sit on a Mannequin Cat, and I just sit on a Gigantic with some back row with the smashes and the starter, and I'll pass with a red and a carrot on the field. What are you going to do? Nothing.
Nothing.
Exactly. I'm gonna wait for a turn, and you're gonna pass it back to me because you get interrupted to shit. And then I'm gonna make Elf, and I'm gonna summon 3 billion things, and I'm gonna just kill you.
It's basically,
That's literally how I won.
it's
So it's
basically
funny.
Dark Ruler or
It was
Bust.
funny. And people did not believe it, like that I played shift until they saw it in the final round. They were like, "Why are you playing that in Sprite?" So I gave them the reasoning, and they were like, "Oh, I
Makes
guess
sense
he's on
now.
something." So yeah, and I was onto and I was onto something. So yeah, that's about shifter. But I'm even considering to playing it again. Believe it or not.
What,
Like,
Shifter and Sprite again?
That makes sense.
yeah, maybe for
It's
Euros.
super
Even.
disruptive card.
Yeah, like if you check the main deck, like I can let me check dueling book on the second screen for a second.
Mm-hmm.
If I check, for example, my Sprite Melpheus, right? It has 6 link monsters, 3 of them that I don't need to make at all until we're in like the OTK phase, because the 3 of them are like Underworld Goddess, Access Code, Nightmare Unicorn, and the other 3 are 2 sprints and what's it called, and a Nightmare Phoenix, and all of the rest are all XYZs, and there is 1 Herald of the Arclight, but you can easily make that, and you don't have to use anything engraved
Yeah.
because you can do that with the Melfi stuff.
Yeah, the
So
Melody stuff's disruptive.
shifter me, and I don't even give a damn. It makes no sense. Like this, like shifter is really bad against Sprite, like really bad. Like they only stop the angler, but if you open decently well, you should be with 3 blues and three jets and like 2 starters.
Yeah.
Two starters, by the way. Nice, Konami. Good job. I'm happy.
Weird.
Slap on the head.
I've always said, my opinion with Sprite is if you're going to ever limit a monster and there needs to be Jet, I think he's the most problematic one.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And like they're not gonna hit blue because blue has got an ulti. It's the same for Fenrir. He's got an ulti. They're not gonna be like they're still giving out OTS 21. We don't have OTS 22 yet. So there's no reason for them to ban or to limit those cards because they're still getting given out in each logo. So it makes no sense.
The single most ridiculous thing with Fenrir to me is that thing can attack, activate its effect, and then attack again. Like it shouldn't.
That card is literally in every single deck that I have on Dueling Book, except Life Twin Sprite, except for that deck.
Oh, it makes sense to play it in anything that can.
Because that deck or that card just threatens so much. It just trades 2 for 1 easily. Like the moment that you have that thing on the field, the moment that you have that thing on the field, your opponent is already in panic because they already see a part of their board getting banished right off the bat, and then they have to deal with it being a body also. It's really strong. And it get another copy of itself.
Yeah, there's so many parts of its effect that feel like missteps.
Yeah, and I think the special summon of that monster is not even once per turn.
No,
So you can crash your Fenrir and you can special it again if you have it.
If you you just drop another one.
Yeah. And the funniest thing was because I recently started playing, maybe you guys have seen it, I started playing Super Heavy Samurai Sprite because it's viable to one reason. It only has 2 starters and 1 double cross. And people already like asking me questions in the comment section about the video, but don't they conflict with each other? Like, of course they conflict, but it's still your choice to activate them.
Yeah, you just
That's the
wait
thing.
until you need
So you go through your super heavy combo,
Yeah.
then you play your starter.
Yeah, because you don't give a damn anymore because you already set your pendulum skills.
Yeah.
It's no different than like over here.
It already did what it's supposed to do. So if you full combo with your super heavy engine, you get your last card, and your last card that you add to your hand is the Soul Claw. That's the level 2 extender, and you already have set up your pendulum skills. And if you have your Fenrir, for example, in your hand, you can pendulum summon your Fenrir also. So you threaten even more. Like there was when I in my national build, I played Bankertops and Fenrir in my main deck because those 2 cards they don't conflict with each other. Because first you special Fenrir, you go second, and then you special Bankertops. So that's already like a 3 for like 1 trade basically.
Yeah.
Like you go battle phase, you attack, kill something, you attack, declare, banish, then you attack again, kill something, and then you can affect Pankratops and you kill something again. So you can wipe an entire board without a single normal summon. It's beyond stupid. Beyond stupid. So yeah, that's my take.
Alright.
You're good.
Alright, now my question for y'all is, because I'm pretty sure we've already hit like 20 minutes or something. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about before we go ahead and cut it off? Anything you want to cover?
Not on this one. I think a fun thing to do, and we were talking about this obviously earlier, would be
Yeah.
think about changes to the game for when the inevitable Master Rule 6 occurs.
Whenever it does.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's just speculating. I think we need to look for you guys need to look forward to the national stake that you guys have, and we need to and we Europeans are very much looking for Euros at the end of the month. So and I think it's still going to be Kashtira for our sake, Kashtira, and the second best deck in my opinion is going to be either Dragon Link with the Assault Synchron stuff.
Yeah.
And because that's gonna be there's a lot of speculation in the Sprite Facebook group talking about yeah, it's a level 2, it's a free extender, it's insane. The card is good, don't get me wrong, but it's not good in Sprite.
Yeah.
It is funny to make a Baron with Cupid Pitch, but is it viable in Sprite? I don't think so. If you want to do something like that, you can also play super heavy Sprite.
That's true.
So so I think for Euros in our European stuff, it's gonna be Kashtira, it's gonna be Sprite, Twin Runic, and then it's gonna be Dragon Link, and and then maybe Curly, Flu, Manadium will be somewhere. Branded is still gonna be there because it's branded and it's still 1.5 years old with no branded fusion hit, so
no
whatever, I guess. I think branded has the protagonist armor. You know, the plot armor. They have the plot armor.
Plot armor.
Yeah, they have plot armor. Every single ban list, you'll see Albus, and not today, bro. So it's yeah. So I don't know what you guys are what are you guys take on your nationals? What do you guys think is gonna be the top 5 decks that you guys are gonna see?
This is easy.
Certainly Cash.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There's a lot of branded here. A lot.
Of branded.
Yeah.
Definitely some Pearly.
I don't think Pearly makes
top 5.
Unless it's I
think that deck is gonna pop up again the moment that.
I don't think we'll have Flunder in ours, but that's just because not very many people are on it over here anymore.
No.
Okay.
The way things are going, I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see Dynamorphia do really well. People are getting on that now.
Okay.
I was on it for a while, but if you don't know how to play against it, it just comes out of left field and messes you up.
Yeah, I had that experience. Rexton is a card.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Guess I lose now. It's okay.
We have a lot of Labyrinth still.
Oh yeah, I forgot Labyrinth. I forgot to add that to my list also. We call it IKEA deck over here.
Yeah, we do too.
It's so annoying. I lost to it also at Nats. It's I hate it. I need to practice it more myself to know where to stop it because bro, I played that guy in I think round number 7 or something at my Nats. And dude, I was going first, and I was ready to Cyberstein his ass and Exterio him, and this guy just started playing in my turn. I was like, bro, are you playing Runic or something, or what's going on? No, activate Lady, activate Welcome Labyrinth, activate Big Welcome, Stovia,
there's a deck that's just fallen off over here is Runic.
Bro, what?
Yeah, Runic.
Nobody's on it over here anymore.
No, Runic is Nature Runic is gone. It's not viable anymore. I put my core in a binder. When I'm done with something, I just put it in a binder and I'll go next 2 months. I'll just I don't want to play this at the locals. Let me see what I have. Sword Soul looks kind of nice, I guess. I'll just take Sword Soul today.
We have a lot of Sword Soul over here.
Yeah. Yeah, but the Sword Soul. How old is that? That's still a single hit.
I always say Sword Soul and Branded both. Right now they're known commodities, so especially in early format, you see a lot of it because they know it's solid,
Yeah.
But
it's insane.
What?
But that being said,
What is it?
Let's go ahead and cut it off here, and we should do this again. Sounds sounds like something that might actually work out for all of us. Plus, the podcast stuff is just generally kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, we're gonna go cut it off here. Like, comment, subscribe. Go check out Crippled YGO. Do it. Like,
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
there you go. Yeah,
And,
Absolutely. We'll have to do this more.
Trying to do
My
this
boys,
more often.
also go to Team Extra, and I'll put the link down in the bio and stuff, and you guys can go check them out.
Probably.
Do it 'cause
Click on the button. Click on the, just do it.
Click it now.